Hi guys, this is Joel, Zone 5A, Minnesota. We're in Cottage Grove, just southeast of the Twin Cities. I'm going to take you around my garden today, show you a little bit of what's going on. It is July 3rd, 2024. I'm going to turn the camera around and there we go. So I created this mailbox garden this year. I've never had a mailbox garden before, but it is some royal petunias, I think it's called, from Super Petunias. From proven winners, as well as some limelight sweet potato vines, some coleus, and some annual salvias. So I'm kind of liking that. May change it up a little bit next year, but liking that. Got this around the big old maple tree. These are all, most of it is transplants from other areas in the backyard. So we're starting in the front today. So lots of hostas. I did put in a few of the impatiens that I had left over from other places. We've got an archangel here. Looks like we've got some crane's bell or wild geranium. All right, let's go over to this other tree. It's another garden I put in with transplants, mostly from another garden in the back. I'm doing the no dig method, so put some cardboard and some mulch and compost on it. It looks like I do. It's a little thin, so I need to add some to it here soon. And then we'll start just at the front yard at the house here. So we've got a couple of pots on the little patio here. It's some vinca. I don't know if I like it as well. It doesn't seem like it fills in as well as the impatiens, which is right here. Got a hosta. I believe that one was Empress Wu. It's just a transplant I did this summer, this spring. I just picked up this. This is the Moonrock hydrangea. I bought it, I think it was Walmart for I think $7 or $10. I can't remember which. Sumac. I've got some ligularia. It looks like it needs a little water, even though we've had some rain. I think I have to come out and water a little bit. Brother Stefan, I moved up here. Hat trick I bought at the Happy Hosta online. Another pot. A couple of astilbe that are kind of getting done with. I had a little garden here. It was a great big old, I don't even know what kind of tree we had taken down several years ago. So I have put in a garden here. Right in the middle is a hydrangea. This is going to be Limelight Prime. It came as a quart container. It's already putting on some good growth, but it's going to take a while. So I put in some annuals. I believe that's lobelia. I can't remember for sure. I've got some white impatiens that go around it, and then some annual salvias. All right. I'm not sure what kind of Weigelia this is. It's a Weigelia bush. Over here is one of the early, I want to say this is 20 years old or more, endless summer hydrangeas. I haven't learned much about hydrangeas until this year, but I guess it's one I'm not supposed to cut back because it blooms on old growth. This one kind of dies back to the ground anyway, so I end up cutting all the little sticks off. This year I'm going to try to wrap it in burlap, even if it's got just the little sticks, and see what happens if I can get some blooms. That's bloomed once or twice, like 1 or 2 blooms over those 20-some years. Another Weigelia. We got a clematis. This has been here for years and years and years. It does have a couple blooms on it, which are very pretty. All right, moving to the backyard here. This is my original Empress Wu. I've got an archangel. I think it's called Lamiastrium. It has little yellow flowers in the spring. And then right behind that is a bunch of ostrich ferns. I'm gonna move over to the left. This is starting in the back garden in the corner here. A couple peonies, ditch lilies, these will be orange. I believe that one's another Empress Rue, cutting from that original one. This is Montana Agumontara, or however you pronounce that one. Then we've got a hosta that is called Stained Glass. I just put that one in not too long. That's Age of Gold, probably like 2 weeks ago. These couple little ones, they were just little liners that I got. Night before Christmas, I dug that up from one up and farther in the backyard and moved a little piece here. Couple more little hostas in front. I believe this is Guardian Angel. This has been here for quite a while. I know this one is T-Rex. I got this at the Funky Garden many years ago at Prescott, Wisconsin. I just moved in a couple of different hostas in here. I've got Tears in Heaven down in the corner there. And then I've got the, what is that one called? I'll think about it. Golden Tiara. And then I'm gonna put a couple Coreopsis in. Don't mind the weeds. These are my big white diamond and pink diamond hydrangeas. They will put on some blooms a little bit later. I threw in a few ladies' mantle my sister-in-law gave me earlier, a few weeks ago. Bought this little card on Marketplace. I think it was, I don't know, $5 or $10. My Honeycoa grass, however you pronounce that, is not doing so good. The one pot is a little bit better than the other one. I think the other one's totally dead. So I got those online. I don't think I'll ever do that again. I didn't care for that too much. All right, another piece of an onion hosta that I moved over. A couple of ostrich ferns. All right, we're going to continue on with fairy gardens. All right, this is a fairy garden that we just put in this year. So I did the no-dig method here again. In the front, we have some impatiens. I actually chopped them all off. They're a little pale pink because I wanted to make sure that they bush out. We got a few different fairies in the garden. This is like a bird feeder slash bird bath. My wife just got from her sister. Oh, here's what the impatiens will look like once they start filling out and reblooming. I don't remember the name of that one, but Heucherella that I just put in. It's still a work in progress. I'll be adding more things as we go. My wife has just been working on a couple things. She got this bird cage from her sister, Joanne, and she made a little fairy garden out of it. So I think it's kind of cool. It was green, we painted it red, and then we put some vines and flowers on it and placed a couple fairies in there. So it's kind of cute. We'll go to the other. We actually made 2 fairy gardens. So right up behind it on the other tree. Again, this one I didn't have enough of the impatiens, so I just kind of stuck some randomly in here. Got a little fairy garden from our sister-in-law, my sister-in-law. We placed a few houses in, a door. Picked up these plants for like $3 at, I think it was Walmart or Home Depot. I can't even remember what they're called. Let's look at here. Splendens Sea Pink. So, and then we've got some sweet woodruff. That'll get little white flowers. I just planted that again a couple weeks ago. Another project we've been doing is these plates. So flower plates. We just find some old plates and items. We glue them together and place them on these sticks and put them in the garden. View for your eye. Now we're in the very back of the yard and we're going to just walk through here. I've got a big row of pines. I think there's 5 of them here. Several years ago I started planting hostas in here, and that's expanding. Got a little chair with a couple hostas and some begonia. Just planted not too long ago some pincushion flowers. Put the allium in this morning, so from a friend at work. Here's another plate flower, which is kind of cute. This one was on a little bit shorter stake, and we can put that back here. Got a nice little fence from my sister-in-law. Planted a couple of roses here that she had. They weren't doing so good in her yard, so I thought I'll transplant them over here and see what it does, how I can maybe get them to revive. So just kind of go along with the hostas here. I put in a new path last week. Got some free pavers, flagstone paver things off of Marketplace. I think I'll walk this way first, and then we'll go back up to the back. All right, this is a coneflower, and it is called Powwow Wildberry. It's a nice, pretty pink. I got a peach lemonade rose bush. I believe this was $7 at Walmart last week. So that looks very healthy, and so I thought for $7, why not? Got a liatris that's there. I just planted that probably a month ago or so. Looks like it's getting ready that it will bloom. Got some more cornflowers in front. This one that's kind of wilty, I just planted probably less than an hour ago. Got some baby's breath that was transplanted from my sister-in-law, and we are trying to get that to revive. It's still got some green stalks on it, so I'm assuming we'll be okay. Got some Rudbeckia that will turn this nice red and yellow color. Looks like this one's getting ready to bloom here soon, so that'll be fun. Right next to it, I got some lupins. I believe I bought those at Home Depot a couple months ago. These are the mini, and then next to it, my sister-in-law had given me one of the large ones, so that's probably 2 months ago, but it looks good, looks healthy. Got some coreopsis in front of that. That's going to put on a little pinky. I don't know if you can see it, if the camera will pick it up or not. Kind of a pinky color. Some of you might recall that I had pictures on Facebook, I think, of this one. Used to be my tulips and daffodils and crocus, and I got those all cut back and threw in, I think it's 6 pounds worth of zinnia seeds. And you can see that those are popping up, and hopefully in another month or so we'll have a bunch of zinnias popping in this garden. Got another couple of versions of coreopsis. Red, and this is a little bit different version, a little taller, and it's a little redder than the orange. A couple coleus. I had a few blooms on my ice, Italian ice rose. I cut the last one off today. It was just kind of dying out. A couple of the Supertunia bubblegums in those little peacocks. A couple dianthus, fire witch, hostas and peonies. I can never remember what that gold flower is, but it's rather invasive, so that's a little piece of it. I just try to keep it there. I think that's an aster from my sister-in-law. This is another dianthus. This one is called Fruit Punch Funky Fuchsia. All right, a couple archangels, peonies. Right here we've got a Niobe clematis that's trying to take place. That's probably only a few weeks old. Got a lungwort here, not a lungwort, spiderwort. That's blooming. That's kind of cute, pretty flower. As well as I've got some allium here. Looks like they're putting on some buds, so we should be getting that going pretty soon. This is tuberosa, and it's going to be a hello yellow, so we should get some nice yellow blooms. Variegated sedum here. I picked up at the Mennonite Gardens several years ago. Doing good. Sedums I planted, I think, on my last video approximately a month ago from a friend at work. They are taking off and doing rather well. Hardy geraniums behind that. Another Night Before Christmas hosta. I believe this one is Fire and Ice. Can't remember for sure, but I think that's what it is. I just planted this. This is some red bee balm, so it's kind of leggy. I just did that probably about an hour ago. Some of tiny dwarf irises, purple. Oh, here's another flower that we made. That was kind of pretty. We've got a few different things in here. The bigger yellow flower is a evening primrose, and then next to it is the coreopsis. And I can't remember, this is some sort of a lamb's ear. It's not the real lamb's ear. I can never remember what they call it. I want to say it's dashy something, but I don't think that's correct. I just can never remember. A couple peonies, more invasive flowers. They're kind of nice. They're a little bit more of a deep color and kind of have a red tinge, and then they get these little yellow flowers. They are pretty, but like I say, the plant treads along on its little spreaders. Stella de Oro, daylily, that has put on its blooms just about over with here, it looks like. But a few more to go. The clematis here that I planted a while ago, that one's doing good, growing nicely. I will be digging up these hostas. These are probably 30 years old and been transplanted many times. I tried to actually dig them all up this last fall, and apparently I didn't get them all. I'm just going to step back, take a quick overview of this garden. I call this the birdcage garden. I just put this path in probably 2 weeks ago, more of those free flagstones I got. And this is why I call it the birdcage garden. And we've just got a sun patient planted in there. And we'll walk around real quick and take a look here. All right, just got some poppies. Those again were on sale. I think I got it, one looked worse than the other, so I got it for $2, and I think the other one was $4 at Walmart last week. Peony that I just moved from another garden. That is a Miss Kim lilac. Neighbors have the same thing. I cut mine way back, and I was planning to actually dig it out. I still might, or I might just try to keep it trimmed up and keep it small in its spot. I had two of them. I actually had another one by the side of the shed, and I didn't like it there, so I dug it up, gave it away. I got this little headboard here. I transplanted this rose. This is a William Baffin climbing rose. I actually had it over an arch that I used to have, and then I had it on the side of the garage, which I can show you in just a few minutes, the side of the garage garden. I forgot of that. But anyway, we transplanted that. I tried to kill it actually on purpose, but it kept trying to come back between my hydrangeas up there. So I finally gave up and found this headboard and figured let's try it back there and see what happens. Another of those just general, probably 30-year-old hostas. Moved up a couple golden tiaras and a Night Before Christmas. I've got some nice goat's beard that's in full bloom here. It's actually probably getting down to being done. It's just got really nice plumes. Down underneath that is, I can't think of the yellow. I have another one up front, so maybe I'll think of it by the time we get there. Some bloom flowers. I just moved up this year from another spot in the garden up farther. Queen of Hearts runaround. Hostas, coleus in here. My tree. We're just kind of going. This is now the side garden, kind of. This is the original. It stopped there right about the line of the hostas, and I've expanded it to add quite a bit this year. So that one is a Britt Marie Crawford. It is a ragwort. That'll pull up little yellow flowers. I like it for the dark foliage. I think I might need to move that. It just kind of seems like it gets hidden. Foam flowers, or I think it's Tiarella. I've got some Archangel under there that it looks like I'm going to have to dig out and move. This Night Before Christmas hosta is the original, and it keeps on growing over the top, so I'd have to move that. Oh, Loosestrife, that's what this is. That's another move from my original, which is just down a few feet here. Don't mind my weeds. More hostas. Pulmonaria. That one never did good this year. It looks good right now, but I don't think it ever really put on any blooms. We just had such a weird winter with snow and warm weather. I was gardening that front garden that I showed you where I put that hydrangea and those made that big round garden was dug up in like February. So it's very strange. These are some false slumflowers, so they get quite tall, probably 6 feet tall, and some nice little yellow flowers. Anemone gets little pink flowers. There's my original Loosestrife, so it was probably twice as big as that, but as you know, I split it. Several more different hostas, some Archangel, and then we're kind of back to that original. So now let's go up to the back and go up behind the shed. All right, we're gonna go up behind the shed here. My wife got that hanging basket for Mother's Day. Doesn't look like it's doing so good, even with all the rain we've had. I've watered it and fertilized it with the liquid fertilizer several times, but it doesn't seem like it's wanting it. I don't know if it doesn't like that spot or what. In here it's the Patriot hosta. I believe that's a purple or blue iris. It's a little shaded here. It didn't bloom, but I did just move it last fall, so I'm not sure if it's that or if it needs something else. Got a couple of new hostas in here and a couple little bit older ones. This one, let me see, I can't remember what that one is. I think this is guacamole. I never can remember. Oh no, avocado. Avocado. Some lamium, Montana, or Montana, how you pronounce that one. Rainforest Sunrise. Some more Patriot. Just got this new one here. That is a, what does it say? Golden Sands. Coleus. More lamium. There's my original Earth Angel hosta. Different version of lamium. You can see that they're a little bit different. They both put out pink flowers. Again, this is Patriot with reverse Patriot. Kind of cool. It's exactly the opposite in coloring. Alright, again, don't mind my weeds. Here's another, I think this is Elegans hosta. I'm not really fond of the plumes and the flowers, but well, we will just deal with it, and then I'll cut them off in a little bit. A couple more coleus. I believe this is, I don't know what's happening with these hostas, but I think it's fire and ice. But they look like they're growing out some different colors, so we'll see what happens. Got some more Stella de Oros over here. Another mini unknown hosta. This one I actually do kind of like the little purple lavender plumes on it with the cute spikes, so that's probably one of my favorite hostas. Some more Golden Tiara, Maynite Salvia, a couple of hostas I planted. Those ones didn't bloom. I think that one I just actually moved this spring. I've got a couple of peonies here. These will be coral. I just planted those last fall, so they didn't bloom this year, but it, you know, it takes a couple years. Don't mind my tarp. It is trying to get rid of some of these weeds while I expand. Over in this corner, again, we got actually some rhubarb. I just moved some of the goat's beard up here a couple weeks ago. Chamomile I got from a friend on Marketplace, but I actually used to work with her, so those are quite pretty, little yellow. Walker's Low Nepeta, or catmint in front of it. That one is not doing so good. That's another of those trees that's the coral color. Got a couple of hardy geraniums. More hostas here. We'll just take a quick look this direction, and I think we'll be done. I'll run up to the garage, the side garden there, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, this is the last garden. These are little lime hydrangea, I believe, this one, and there's another one over here. Just planted this clematis a couple weeks ago, and that one is called Nellie Moser. So it gets a nice pink flower. I believe that's a couple of asters that my sister-in-law gave me. That was just planted this spring. Then I've got a hydrangea here. This is one I ordered online from Creekside Nursery. This is Firelight Tidbit. Came as a quart, but I can see that it's healthy. It's starting to put on some new growth there. Hens and chicks, probably about 2 or 3 days ago, I got those from my sister-in-law Joanne and transplanted those, so we're hoping that those will take effect and take on. This garden is a little bit more dry, so I figured that was a good spot. Got my butterfly orange milkweed, a couple more asters. I believe this is a Let's Dance Can Do hydrangea. That one again I got from that Creekside Nursery as a quart. So, and then I got a lot of space to add a few more things. And these are purchased several years ago, many years ago, from Gertens, and they're lime something. Those ones back in the back I just showed you were a little lime, and I think these might be Limelight Prime, but I cannot remember. And the gap right in between here, that's where the William Baffin Rose was trying to return again this year. So we'll see how it does up in the back on that headboard. All right, that's it for the video today. I will see what I can do to get you in another month. Bye-bye.